Hey guys, this is Jacques from Makulu Linux and welcome to another video. So I'm going to put up 3 windows here because I'm working on something very cool that I want to show you guys. So let's open up 3 terminal windows here. We're just going to make them smaller. Oops, I mean the new Macs, by the way. So this is what Macs is going to look like. It's very dark, very bright, the colors. Okay, so we've got 3 terminal windows here. Now, somebody spoke to me the other day about creating a communicator similar to the Star Trek communicator, but instead of the general chat room, make it a private messenger. So, for example, a communicator app, so where you connect as a host or a client and you set your language. For example, I select myself as host. I put my username as host, and I put my password. Let's choose Makulu as a password. Language English. Add an AI to chat room. Yes. Connect. And you see now host is in the chat room. Electra is in the chat room. Now, if I didn't select the AI, Electra wouldn't be there. But now Electra's in the chat room and the host is in the chat room. Connect the second user. So this one's going to be a client, obviously. Can't make 2 hosts. Let's set client 1. Password. The password same as a host, otherwise it won't connect to that chat room. Language, let's set it to Afrikaans. So Afrikaans, there's no need to select the AI, it's already in the chat room selected by the host. So we set the language as Afrikaans, and Afrikaans has entered the room. Client 1 has entered the room. So you got host there set to English. You got client 1 set to Afrikaans. And now we're going to start a third one. And this time we're going to choose here client again. We're going to say client 2. And we're going to put in the password Makulu. And we're going to set the language to French or something. Let's make French. Where's French? There's so many languages here, by the way. All the way, even Vietnamese is in here. It's like everything's in here. Chinese is in here. Let's go to French. Connect. So now French is connected to the channel. So you got Electra client 1, client 2, host. Okay, so the host is in English. So the host can go, hello. How are you guys doing? He types in English. The French guy sees it in French. The Afrikaans guy sees it in Afrikaans. So he's talking in his native language and they're seeing it in their native languages. So it's like a universal translator. And this room is only visible to them. Nobody else in the whole world can see it. Because the host created the room with a unique password and they entered with that unique password. There's nobody else in the world that can see this. Of course, the host selected Electra to enter the room so Electra can see the conversation. But that was optional. He could have not added her if he didn't want to. The reason I put Electra there is, well, it might not be one of those, dark secret conversations. Maybe it's just buddies hanging out and they want the AI in the room to have fun with. So she's optional. You don't have to add her. If she was not in the room, then these are the only 3 people in the world that would see this conversation. I mean, the fact that it's on YouTube, you can see it, but I mean, hypothetically, these are the only 3 people in the world that would see this conversation. And they could be from different cultures, different countries, and they could just chat to each other all day long. There's no limit or anything. I'm just sitting here, chilling, and making a YouTube video. Okay, so English guy writes that. French guy sees it. Afrikaans guy sees it. Now, if I type something back like, hello, gaan dit, the Afrikaans guy types back, hello, gaan dit. Look, it comes out in French there and it comes out in English there. The French guy types something in French, so I'll just copy this in French and I'll paste it back in there. He types it in French. He sees it in English. He sees it in Afrikaans. So literally, they just, no matter what they type, they see it in their native language, the language they selected when they first entered the room. So it's a universal translator. And it's pretty quick. I mean, there's like about a second delay or so because of the conversion, the translating between languages and the broadcasting to everybody. But other than that, it's actually pretty snappy. And you can chat to Electra at Electra. How are you today? You can send a conversation to Electra and it gets sent to everybody else. And here's the nice part. Her response you see in English here, her response you see in Afrikaans there, her response you see in French here. So again, even the AI responses are in the native language chosen by the user. So essentially, we now have a universal translator app. It's a private chat room. Nobody else can see it. Nobody else can join it. Just whoever has the password controls that room, and people need the password to connect to that room. So essentially, if a bunch of people are running Makulu, in fact, I don't even have to make Makulu. This could be a deb file you can install on any Linux system. But anybody who has this chat app can connect to anybody else who has this chat app, simply if you have the password. Or you can host it, create the password, and others can join. This is, I guess it's very much similar to like how Zoom operates. Zoom operates on this type of thing where you need a unique password to connect to a different Zoom user. But it's different because with Zoom you have to register to use it. There's no registration here or anything like that. There's no personal details. Nobody knows who you are. Literally, you choose a username. That's it. So as far as I know, that's host. That's client one, that's client two. I don't know anything about them. Nothing is stored, nothing is saved. I don't know. I don't know who they are. They're just usernames on a screen. And I can't even see them because they've got a unique password. And so only they can see that. This is very, very awesome. Anyway, I am thinking of adding other things, like maybe adding some voice capability. So if you tick voice, then anything anybody types automatically just gets read on the screen, and so you can listen. And I don't know if I should add voice input. Is that really needed? I don't know. I'll have to think about adding some really cool features. But right now, this is essentially a private messenger where users can connect to their own private chat with a unique password, and then like a universal translator, you can speak in your native language. If you are Chinese, you speak in Chinese. Anything that anybody types, doesn't matter what language they type it in, it shows in Chinese on your screen. They type English, you see Chinese. They type French, you see Chinese. They type German, you see Chinese. They type Vietnamese, you see Chinese. You type Chinese, they see Vietnamese, they see French, they see German, and so forth. So that's the idea, guys. Anyway, feel free to leave a comment below. This is already working, by the way. It's not a concept or whatever. I have it working. I have a server that's already set up. I have the clients connected. Everything's already working. It's early stages, obviously. I'll still need to make the GUI pretty and, things like that. But essentially, everything's working. So I just need to figure out features and add some logging to make sure that, if I don't mean logging my side, I mean logging on the client side. So if an error message pops up here, you can see, it pops up and tells you this is wrong, that's wrong, whatever. And I think that's about it, really. Then, yeah, it should be ready to be tested. So, testers will then maybe play with it. And yeah, I'm thinking if you guys have any suggestions on features you'd like to see added, that could be something I could look at as well. But essentially, this is a little private messenger that one Linux to another Linux desktop, people can just chat to each other. In fact, I'm probably going to make this Windows as well. I'm going to, I'll make it cross-platform, so that it doesn't matter if you run it on Windows or Linux or Mac or whatever. I mean, I'm using the Tkinter GUI, which is a cross-platform GUI. So I should be able to compile this for Windows, Linux, doesn't matter. Yeah, or I can just build a Windows version. Anyway, either way, just brainstorming stuff here now. Cool little private messenger that, need a password to enter. And it's universal translator. Pretty cool though, don't you think?
Working late in the light of our Makulu screen, customizing themes that are oh so clean. A system stable with a heart of open source. Makulu's whispers guide me, no need to force. LibreOffice scribing through, no end, no cap. With every app I need, it's a creative sap. Yes, app. In the glow, in the flow, Makulu's insight show. AI core, open door, guiding as I go. The comfort of the code so bright in the screen's soft light. Makulu harmony in tech's endless flight. Smooth like the river, Makulu runs deep. Updates that deliver, promises to keep. Boot it up, feel the pulse, Makulu's beat so serene. With every line of code, it's like living the dream. AI's mind like the stars guides us through the night. Makulu's here, and everything just feels so right. In the grip of Makulu we find our pace, sailing through cyberspace with elegance and grace.